Cardano. So I actually want to take a look at a recent sort of post from one of the developers who was talking about his optimism with Cardano in terms of a development front and a growth front moving forward. I also want to take a look at sort of Cardano's history and potentially where this can go in this bull cycle. Before I get into any of that though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, it shows the first 26 coins that I actually did videos about on the channel. Now, in all the videos I showed myself buying these coins, they were cryptos that I thought were going to make me a lot of cash. If you'd have gotten in on these coins as well, let's say you'd have popped $100 into them when I released the videos, these are the prices you'd have gotten in on. All you would have had to do is sit on those coins for around 15, 16 months. You've been able to sell at these prices, and these are what your profits would have been. So 100 into each in under a year and a half would have netted you a profit of over 123 grand. Now, obviously, depending on where you live, that could be not even a house, or that could be a massive house. But in under a year and a half, it's incredible. Now, the thing is you don't have, even a couple of months to sort your portfolios out. We're in a bull cycle right now. Bitcoin's trying to move, and altcoins are going to get, sooner or later, going to rip. And if you're not happy with the coins you own or confident in the coins you own, it is time to do something about it. If you get onto copymycrypto.com, that is the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at, so my members can copy along exactly. So they make the same profit as me, but they don't have any work to do at all. On the site, you can actually see what my members have earned. You can see the successes that we've had if you watch all the videos. It's all public record as well, so you can verify it all online. And if you like what you see, guys, try out the service, because you've got nothing to lose before these markets start ripping and everything to gain, especially if you get the right coins in your portfolio. Now, Cardano. So that's 24 hours, not really much happening. But if we take a look at it's kind of all time. Obviously, it launched in November time or October time, late October of 2017. So it went through effectively about 3 months of a bull cycle, not tons. Managed to get a peak above $1, and it launched at like 2 cents. So it did very, very well in a very short space of time. Now, in the most recent, like the 2021 bull cycle, we saw Cardano hit heights at $3.10. So quite a significant pump from its all-time high of 2017, or 2018. So that's a pretty good long-term uptrend, from peak to peak. Now, Cardano is a proof-of-stake crypto. Obviously, in 2021, they became smart contract compatible, and we started seeing a lot of development. That was in August. Was the hard fork announcement, and then in September the hard fork could officially happen. So smart contracts all of a sudden were functional to Cardano, and then from there, there were hundreds of smart contracts being deployed every 24 hours. It ended up being like a lot of growth really, really fast. Now, in terms of the competition in the layer 1 space right now, Cardano is probably lagging in terms of development. Well, it is lagging in terms of development compared to some of them. I mean, Sui has been doing a lot, and it's certainly trying to push forward. You've got Solana's obviously had an incredible year, and we've seen a lot of growth there. And the layer 1 and even layer 2 space, they're all very, very competitive right now. So Cardano have to really start pushing on a development front to start getting back to being really competitive with some of the names that are around. Because Cardano right now, I mean, it's sitting where in the market cap world? Where's that keeper? Oh, it's 11th. I can see it right there. So it's 11th in terms of overall market cap. I still think Cardano has got a very, very good year ahead. Founder is obviously Charles Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson was one of the Ethereum founders as well. And we've seen this a lot where people that were involved in the early stages of Ethereum have ended up doing well with some of the stuff that they've launched. Now, what I wanted to cover actually was this recent sort of post by Phil DeSaro. So he jumped onto X to express his optimism about Cardano. So he's a developer. And he highlighted how much the blockchain has advanced and is further positioned for growth. Based on his observations, he shared insights into 4 specific reasons that people should remain bullish on Cardano. So firstly, he acknowledged that the presence of CRISP developer tools like Aiken, Plutus, Option, Helios, and Scalus, these solutions have boosted developers' network experience, made the onboarding process seamless. It hardly takes the previous programming background of a developer into consideration. Now that's actually a really good thing. Again, ease of use is always important. And that's not only for developers, that's for end users. When you see a project that is really easy for someone that's a retail investor to use, you should actually consider that into your sort of strategy of investing, because if something's easy to use, it's more likely to onboard a lot of people and get a lot more people excited. It's kind of why meme coins end up having the success. Because yeah, everyone knows it's speculative. Everyone knows they do nothing. But a lot of people can understand them. It's a joke, but it can do something. Like the barrier to entry is nil for a meme coin, because every investor understands it's a joke. There's nothing there. But it might pick up traction, whereas if it's a coin that has a huge series of smart contracts or is a DeFi protocol that integrates lending and borrowing, like there's a lot more to understand, which is why we see a lot more retail flow in. One of many reasons we see a lot more retail flow into meme coins. Also, it's gambling mentality as well. Lost my cursor, there it is. So account abstraction primitives on Cardano is another one. So the smart contract, I've just skipped through stuff. Okay, well, I'll talk about that. So the smart contract developer mentioned that account abstraction primitives are present. He believes many of the most talented developers in the ecosystem are already taking advantage of them. It allows users from other chains to directly interact with or switch to Cardano with wallets like MetaMask. Over time, features like Babel fees and soulbound tokens will greatly improve the utility of ADA. He also says users can trade on their favorite protocols, even without submitting a transaction on layer 1 through smart wallets. In the long run, market demand and value can improve, pushing the ADA price higher. One of the other things he said, I've highlighted the zero knowledge primitives that are now live. Their availability makes it easy for dApps to interact with real world data. More importantly, it achieves this feat while maintaining users' privacy. That is an important thing, but it is worth noting any feature that adds to the privacy element in any sort of crypto project could, in theory, trigger governments like the EU to start taking a look at it. The EU have made it very abundantly clear that there's privacy coins specifically they don't like. But I wouldn't be surprised if they widen that to privacy features. It's like the same principle as once you agree to a tax coming into a country, it doesn't take long before it starts spreading. Like when taxes were brought in during the war, it was only brought in for the richest of the rich. We'll tax them 1% or whatever. And then after the war, the country needs to recover, so now we're going to tax everyone, but it's still 1%. And it's that sliding scale, something that everyone can get on board with until it starts taking the piss. That's where the world is right now. So it will be the same principle with privacy use cases. It is worth realizing that while the EU right now go no to privacy coins, it might not be long before they go, well, these coins have privacy features which removes our ability to see certain things. We don't like it. So, it's how governments work. So it is just worth noting. As Cardano's use case is increased, so will its potential to attract high-profile partnerships. More top collaborations are likely to lead to price appreciation. And he noted that roll-ups, which are coming to Cardano, can help with transaction volume while upholding security and decentralization. All good things, right? And personally, look, from the zero knowledge use case, right, in terms of the primitives that they've got for effectively providing privacy, I do think that's a big plus, in the sense of businesses don't enter into blockchain space right now because everything that can be seen, right? We've got these DLTs where you can see what a wallet has. There is a pseudo-anonymous nature to crypto. If you are a business, I've said this a bunch of times, it's like a constant repeat for me, but if you're a business and you've got an item that is selling outstandingly well, and it's on a DLT, so your competitors can see, you're giving your competitors an advantage in terms of learning what products are working really well. You can lose market share, you can lose profits. Business is always going to be hesitant in that regard. They have to think about bottom line. It's the way of the world. So something to consider. As for price, I can see a world where Cardano can rally quite nicely this year. Now, obviously, it's not had an amazing time so far this year. You know, it's hit heights of sort of 70 cents. I still think this can get to a new all-time high. I think $5 could easily be on the cards for Cardano, which, yes, would put it at an incredibly high market cap of like $175 billion. That is, of course, very, very high. But Cardano is well established as one of the strong coins in crypto. It is also likely down the line to get an ETF. I don't think that will happen this year. I don't think, to be honest, we'll see another ETF for the next 6 months or so. But a few big partnerships alone should be enough to kick this into the moon. And the strongest coins in this bull cycle, like the most well-regarded coins, are ones that are going to do very, very well. When Bitcoin starts ripping and trying to test that 100K, we're going to see a lot of the big altcoins with the great reputations really starting to move. Cardano, especially if this new onboarding of developers is so seamless, we could see a significant growth in DeFi protocols. On Cardano, we could see a significant growth in identity protocols, which, while I'm not a huge fan, is definitely a growth sector. So I think there's certainly room for this to move. $5 is where I can see potentially it going. Obviously, that would be about 66% rise from its previous all-time high, which is bloody high. But I do think it's doable, especially with that long-term uptrend. But they've got a lot of work to do. They've got a lot of work to do because the price has stagnated somewhat over the last few months. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think this can bang higher? Am I being too optimistic with potentially it hitting $5? Where do you stand on Cardano? Where do you stand on Charles Hoskinson? Personally, I think he's one of my favorite guys in crypto. But yeah, let me know in the comments. And guys, look, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy or confident in the cryptos you own, do something about it today. If you get onto copymycrypto.com and just have a look through the site, on there you will see what my members have earned. You can see their testimonials. You can watch the videos and see the success stories that we have had. It's all public record, so you can verify it all online. On the site, I share with my members all the coins I own. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at, so my members can copy along exactly. So they make the same profit as me, but they don't have any work to do at all. We are in a bull cycle right now. If you are holding cryptos you're not confident in, it's probably because they're not going to make you any money. So time is of the essence. You've got to get something done about that as soon as possible. So read through the site, verify it all, and if you like what you see, guys, just try out the service. And I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the next vid. Bye-bye.